him.
I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Schmack-a-ma-gob, it's time for the only news that matters. And Def Leppard may not be your usual heavy metal or hard rock band. Well, they sure the hell ain't anymore. In fact, they've often been pretty open about their songs being catchy and dare we say pop. With that said, Joe Elliot is very appreciative of the greatest living pop star of all time, Taylor Swift. Say what you will, Taylor is the biggest musical act at the moment. As Joe Elliot told the Los Angeles Times, she's even much bigger than the Beatles and the Rolling Stones combined. Reminder of how Def Leppard played at CMT Crossroads. Def Leppard, what is that, a country thing? Along with Taylor Swift, back in 2008, Elliot, you think Taylor Swift would be associated with Def Leppard now? Well, geez, it's kind of crazy that she would be associated with them back in 2008. But anyway, she was up and coming, right? 2008, she was pretty new. She's too big for Def Leppard now. Anyway, Elliot was asked whether he could see that she would become what she is today. And he said, I don't think anybody could. You look at it now and it kind of makes sense. But if you think back to 2008, there was no such thing as what she's accomplished. I know anybody that was there when the Beatles and the Stones came over and will go, wait a minute, but for people born this century or in the 90s, this is a phenomenon that's never been seen before. Technically bigger than the Beatles and the Stones combined, at least commercially. In an instant, the amount of tickets she sells. But I always knew she'd be big. And for all the hardship that she's gone through, the people who tried to trip her up over the years at certain parts of her career, she just dusted herself down. She's a fantastic role model for a generation of kids. Well, there you go. Joe Elliott thinks that Taylor Swift is bigger than the Beatles and the Stones combined. So that pretty much she's the biggest thing ever. And the way I look at it, I agree with him. Seriously. I am not one of these, oh, they're so popular, screw them. And I refuse to look at the truth. Because come on, man. All you old people like me need to wake up and realize that new generations don't dig our stuff. No, there's a little handful of them here and there that do, but for the most part, kids are into either Taylor Swift or rappers that, that on their face they got like scribbles all over their face. That's what the kids are into today, man. Our music is dated and old, and there's no way that Taylor Swift would be associated with a band like Def Leppard, But yeah, she's huge. I wouldn't go as far to say I am a Swiftie, but I don't dislike her. Yes, there's a lot of songs I heard from her I didn't like, but then there was a few that I really did enjoy. And I'm like, hey, whatever. So she booked, 4 or 5 nights down here at Marlin Stadium. Marlin Stadium, Guns N' Roses played there and for one night. But this chick did 4 or 5 nights, right? And they're all sold out already. And when they first went on sale, I was like, shit, I wouldn't mind going to see Taylor Swift. Till I saw how much they were charging. And I was like, well, I don't want to see her that bad, But, yeah, I don't mind her. And she is humongous. Come on, I know a lot of people would scoff at bigger than the Beatles and Stones. Look, Of course she's not to us. Us old timers? No, man, there's no way. But in the real world, you know, with the kids today, let's talk about reality for a second, right? She is, whether you like it or not. But us old timers need to stick together and live a lie and say to ourselves, no way, man, the Beatles and the Stones combined, are you crazy? No way she's that big. And then there's the people that'll say, yeah, well, you know, she's big now, but, yeah, flash in the pan thing. Dude, 2008, how many years ago was that? Over a decade, right? So, you know, she's been around a while, man. And for that girl to, like, sell out stadiums everywhere, not only in the States, that girl sells out stadiums. I saw some footage of her playing, I think it was in England, man. It was insane the amount of hands I saw waving. I swear, it looked like Rock in Rio, you know, like one of those festivals that, you know, it was very, very, very crowded. So, yeah, Taylor Swift, she's a big deal. And I heard a few of her songs and I dug it. That's right. And let me tell you something. Anybody out there is going to be like, oh, you like Taylor Swift? I'm coming to your house to get your metal card. You need to hand over your metal card. Let me tell you something. You try to take my metal card away from me, not only will I shoot you in the head and kill you, but then I will eat you. And then I will poop in a box. And that poop in that box, I'm going to make a little grave for you. So you'll be buried, but in my poop, 6 feet under. You don't mess with my metal card, kid. Just so you know. And I dig Taylor Swift. That's right. Hell yeah. But I said this before, and I'll say it a million times. I love a lot of different types of music, but it all takes a backseat to heavy metal music, the greatest form of music ever. But yeah, and I'm also an old dude, and I understand the kids today would rather listen to Scribbleface and DJ mumble rap. That's what the kids love today. And of course, Taylor Swift. I will go as far to say Taylor Swift is bigger than Scribbleface and DJ mumble rap. She's the biggest thing going, man. I mean, come on. She sells out stadiums days in a row. I mean, who the hell does that stuff? Name me an artist today selling out stadiums ever like Taylor Swift has. I'm talking about days on end. You know, of course, we've had the Stones and, you know, the Beatles when they were around, they would go play one night at a stadium. Though the Beatles, they probably could have done 2 days at the Shea Stadium, but I doubt they could have done 4. Seriously, no. I don't think there was many people back then. Not as many as we have now. Stop having kids, everybody out there. You know, if you have kids already, enjoy, you know. But goddamn, everybody keeps having kids and traffic gets worse and worse. Please. You know why I don't have any kids? Because children should not have children. But I also know, look, man, our time is over, but we still got our jams. And yes, I'm still getting into these metal bands, these brand new traditional heavy metal bands. They're all awesome, but they're not gonna become big because they don't scribble their face and, you know, nowhere near Taylor Swift level of fame. Anyway, is there anybody bigger than Taylor Swift at all? You know, I'm talking about now, man. I mean, Elvis was selling out arenas, not stadiums. You know? It's just crazy to me, man, how humongous this woman is. I can't think of anybody ever in my life that's been as big as Taylor Swift. I've seen a lot of mega rock stars sell out stadiums and stuff, but for one night, not multiple nights like this woman, I am impressed. Even if I hated all their songs, I'd still be impressed. It's like, damn. But many people hate her, and I get it, but that's the way it is. If anybody is famous, they're going to get hated. And boy, is she famous, you know? But it doesn't seem to be hurting her. All you haters keep on hating, but doesn't seem to be affecting these Swifties, man. And by the way, Kiss Tards are worse than Swifties. And I can already see like a stupid comment from a pickle whistler saying, oh, what is this now, the Taylor Swift channel? Because I just do one report, because I've done it before. I forgot what person I was talking about, just came up in the news and somebody left a comment. What is it now? Anyway, thank you all for watching The Only News That Matters. Leave your comments below. You love her, you hate her, whatever. And like the video. Oh, first, you should subscribe to the channel in case you haven't. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithm. So stay frosty. Listen to Taylor Swift. I'm not going to listen to Taylor Swift. I don't like her. She sucks. And smack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.